Chapter 5: Starting your blog with a CMS. A content management system allows you to upload and manage the content that you create publicly. It allows you to store formats such as web pages, blog posts, ebooks, case studies, and more. Most CMS systems revolve around either blog posts or articles to organize the content. This format was popularized by platforms such as Blogger in past years, and more recently is managed in that way through platforms such as WordPress.org as well as HubSpot's CMS. But beyond blog posts and web pages, as mentioned, your CMS can also store video files directly, audio content, and other formats as you see fit for your content management strategy. So, to get started, first you need to decide on what CMS you'll be looking to use. There are a lot of great options out there. Some of the more basic ones include Squarespace, Wix. I typically suggest two industry-leading options for a CMS, either WordPress.org, because of how powerful it is and how many different plugins, different support groups, and different applications there are to develop within it, as well as HubSpot's CMS, which allows you to easily get started with one of their paid plans. And it's all centrally managed by them, so they provide all the support, and it plugs in very nicely to their CRM and marketing automation suite. Looking at WordPress in particular, the nice thing is that it's a free open source program, WordPress.org is, and you can typically get an entire website started for around $25 a month, and that's just paying for the hosting itself. So that's great if you have a very tight budget and you're looking to get started with that. However, with WordPress, you will need to actually do a lot of the legwork yourself. So you have to pick a theme, which is, some of them are provided for free by WordPress.org, but they're not great. Typically, you will need to go with a different third-party theme, such as Elementor or Divi. There is also an entire network of different plugins and services that you can configure WordPress.org with. There's a ton of support for WordPress, and that's why I recommend it. It really is one of the universal platforms out there for web hosting, and you'll typically not make a mistake if you do decide to go with it. My second recommendation, if you are a business that's already using HubSpot's suite, is the HubSpot CMS. It's really quite well built as well. HubSpot has done a lot of great development on it over the past few years. And the nice thing about it is that you're not dealing with a whole bunch of different vendors when it comes to dealing with the development. So HubSpot provides all the various themes for the CMS. HubSpot provides the hosting. HubSpot provides a lot of the different functionalities for it. So it's essentially, one is like Linux, if you're familiar with the computer world, and then the other one is like Mac OS, where you're dealing with a central vendor. But as long as you're happy with the experience the vendor is providing, it's quite a nice experience, truth be told. So it starts around $50 and allows you to get started with relative ease, especially if you are using some of their other products and services. With HubSpot's CMS, there are more advanced features available that do increase the price substantially quite quickly for basic features such as SEO, as well as automatic content personalization. So just making sure that you're getting all the features that you need in your tier is also an important consideration if you do decide to go with their platform, to ensure that it's within your budget. The second part of actually uploading and sharing your content, and creating it for that matter, is building out your content calendar. And so the question being is, what is a content calendar? And the answer is that it is a way for you to structure the production of your content. So once you have your content strategy in place, once you have some pieces that you're looking to produce, you're going to want to actually schedule that out over the period of a few months, a few quarters, even up to a full year to actually produce the content. So For that, you can do something as basic as actually using Google Sheets or Microsoft Excel to create a basic spreadsheet. Or you can use something like Airtable, which has gained in popularity, or Monday.com for some more functionality beyond just regular spreadsheets as well. So yeah, essentially you're going to want to have to get a good structure going, and I will actually provide a download for a template for what a content calendar looks like in the description. So feel free to check that out. Beyond your CMS configuration and your content calendar, you're also going to want to have a social media posting platform. This will make it a lot easier for you to distribute your content on social media channels. A lot of platforms in the B2B space in particular, such as LinkedIn, and Twitter, they make it difficult to actually schedule your posts. So by using tools such as SEMrush's content calendar, or options such as Postoplan, I know is a very cost-effective one, or even using some of HubSpot's additional functionality, you're able to create all of your posts ahead of time, so they automatically get uploaded and posted to the various platforms without having you or your employees regularly have to manually go in and post all of them on an ongoing basis. So overall, it can save you a lot of time. It makes it a lot easier to be consistent with your content sharing, and I highly recommend getting started with it early so you're not spending hours of your precious day managing social media to a large extent. We hope you found this chapter on getting started with your CMS informative, and now we'll be moving on to some of the best practices when it comes to SEO copywriting in your content.